lot of questions from y'all lately about my skin in a good way, because let me tell you, not so long ago, it was not good, y'all. Do you see this? None of this is good. I was suffering with mainly perioral dermatitis, but acne and really bad cycles. It was like the ball was rolling in the wrong direction. And so I am not only going to share with y'all today my products that I use and that I use to get me back on track, but also I feel like it is like lying by omission not to share also like the things that I get done for anti-aging purposes, because I am not going to attribute everything just to like serums in bottles. But before we jump into all of the perishable products, I want to talk to you about one thing that is a mainstay in my routine that you only ever have to buy once, and that is my LED red light therapy mask from Current Body. Y'all know Black Friday is upon us. You'd have to really be under a rock not to know, and I get so overwhelmed with all of the sales. I pretty much already know where I'm gonna look for gifting and where I'm gonna recommend other people shop for gifting. And one of them that I always highly recommend and who I'm working with today is Current Body. Current Body is the destination for beauty devices, and I swear by beauty devices for anti-aging purposes and just taking care of my skin. And if you've been here for a while, you know that I always have the best deals for Black Friday for Current Body. So you can use my code Kackie and get 20% off of all of the Current Body devices, including the new one. So this is now the series 2 of their LED light therapy face mask. We have this really nice cushion now around the eyes, and those actually remove so you can clean them separately. It actually wraps underneath the chin, and this is so cushiony and kind of like adjustable and head shaped that it's so much easier to kind of wear when you're doing things. I don't have to just lie down or just kind of like stay still when I'm using it. If I am trying to multitask, it's easier with this. And the benefits of red light therapy are pretty much across the board. So you have the stimulation of collagen production that's going to help plump your skin and reduce the appearance of like fine lines and wrinkles. It's also anti-inflammatory, which is great because as much as I would love to stop picking my face, apparently all the way into adulthood, I still can't stop. And so it's like a little bit of forgiveness, and it only takes 10 minutes. It just cycles for 10 minutes, and that's your nice kind of like relaxation time in the evening. We have red light therapy, we have near infrared, and then there is now new deep infrared. I'm not going to pretend to know what that means because I am not a scientist, but that's why I rely on experts like Current Body to create devices that are so effective, so easy to integrate into my routine, and completely non-invasive. So like I said, for a limited time, my discount is increased to 20% off. There will be a link to a page down below that's going to show you essentially all of the products that you're going to be able to get a discount on, so it's really easy to shop through. And it was so gratifying for me last year to get all of these DMs from people and comments saying, thank you so much for the discount. This really solved a gifting dilemma that I had for someone on my list. And you know that it's something that is going to be beneficial to anybody because it is a one-size-fits-all gift and they never have to buy it again. It's an incredible investment, and I highly, highly recommend checking them out. So again, there will be a link down below, 20% off using my code, and happy holiday shopping. Thank you to Current Body for partnering with me for today's video. So that's a big boy. That's like a really big part of my routine. I do it every night. Other than my light therapy routine, let's go ahead and jump into all of the things that I did to rescue my skin from the really bad shape that it was in. So off the bat, I'm gonna start kind of like high intensity in terms of like the symptoms, because I was experiencing a side effect from my antidepressant medication that was causing a lot of like sebum overproduction. And so all of a sudden I was having a lot of acne and I cannot help myself, picking and everything. It was just really, really bad, and I scar really badly and I get hyperpigmentation really badly. And so it, like I said, it was a ball rolling in the wrong direction. Plus the perioral dermatitis that I was getting was from trying to use too many actives essentially. And perioral dermatitis happens when you like brutally disrupt your moisture barrier, and you just have to essentially find a way to repair it. And often that means refraining from using any kind of like over moisturizing products or any actives. And so even things like sunscreen were perpetuating it no matter what. And I just could not find a solution. And so these are the things that I used to remedy those big problems before we get into like the, you know, the beauty and the anti-aging of it all. So I am not a doctor. This is not medical advice. This is just what I did. I did a lot of research on what people, because obviously if you have an issue or a side effect with a drug, it's Wellbutrin. Like Wellbutrin gives me a lot of like acne on my face and on my body. I researched like what do people do about that? And the answer was spironolactone. Spironolactone is a prescription medication. To my knowledge, the way that it works is that it blocks testosterone to a small extent. And like I said, there are side effects. There are a lot of indications associated with taking medications. And so, you know, do not take this as like green light, go get a prescription for something. Like, again, this is just what I did, and it balanced out all of those side effects. It basically helped my hair grow back in, which was fantastic because I just got divorced and my hair all fell out. That was great. I've also been using Nutrafol though, and also thyme. Thyme is amazing for, you know, growing your hair back. But the acne was not getting any better. It was just like every single day I had some kind of like cystic acne like on my back or on my face. It was really bad. And this cleared it. It is 100 milligrams a day. It is so contraindicated with getting pregnant because it affects your hormones. Like that's literally what it does. So like, do not. I will tell you that. It says literally take 1 tablet by mouth once a day. Do not get pregnant. Like those are the dosing instructions. Do not get pregnant. But yeah, I've been on this now for probably about 6 months, and it totally cleared my like chest, back acne, like forehead acne and everything like that. So that has been huge. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that like you need to go and buy serums and stuff like that, that's gonna change your life, because I can't speak to that. Like there is no topical product that I have ever found that would work against something as pernicious as acne that's a side effect of a drug that you're taking, because it's never gonna completely go away unless you get something that's like systemic working against it. I'm not a doctor, that's just my theory, but anyway, I'm not going to bury the lead and not tell you about the fact that I've been taking spironolactone. And this is also, I think, never prescribed for men, like men who want to stay men and not grow breasts, because I'm pretty sure this like causes breast growth in men. Didn't cause any breast growth for me. Now, talking about perioral dermatitis, I tried everything, y'all. I was on antibiotics, several rounds of antibiotics, and antibiotics I mean, they just wreck my microbiome in my tummy, depending on, you know, which ones I'm taking or whatever. And so I always take a probiotic with them and things like that, but it's like, bleh, you know, if I can avoid being on oral antibiotics, I'm going to. And I read a bunch of stuff, and it was weird how the thing that kind of got buried underneath all of it, I felt like, was the fact that, you know, people are like, oh, it's caused by steroid use, or it's caused by using too many actives, or it's caused by X, Y, and Z. It's caused by anything that is going to break down your moisture barrier. That's all. And so what it is it's a case of your moisture barrier being so destroyed that everything has total unabated access to whatever's underneath, I guess. And so out of the blue, it was totally random, I ended up opening up a PR package from First Aid Beauty. And I happened to put this on my face one night because I had already pulled it out. I woke up the next morning and I was like, oh my God, it's like half gone. What? It was that simple the whole time? Colloidal oatmeal? Now, I don't know if that's gonna work for everybody. My sister has perioral dermatitis right now, and I know that she's using this some of the time, but she might also be using actives and she's having a little bit of trouble with it. But for me, this was a godsend. And also the PREQUEL one, but this one worked better. So this is the Ultra Repair Cream. I've used this in the past. I just didn't have that problem before, so I didn't know this would work for that. But that's the thing, I'm pointing to it because it's like in my other room. The PREQUEL lotion and this both have colloidal oatmeal in them, and that appears to be the commonality that's really helping with my skin. And like, I use it basically like medicine. I put it on first before I do anything else. It is like my base layer of all of my skincare, as if it is an ointment. All hail the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream. All hail. I just did their 2-for-1 sale on their website for the big boys. I'm just like, I will never be without you. Ridiculously simple actual washing routine, and Angela Caglia actually put out a video a while ago, I think on her Instagram, where she was like, stop washing your face in the morning. And I was like, Made a huge difference. And so I don't wash my face in the morning. I just don't. So for my evening routine, I do a double cleanse. I use a makeup removing oil or a balm if I'm traveling, but of all the ones that I've tried, the new PREQUEL one is very good, but I'm, you know, not as familiar with it yet, but like of all the ones that I've tried, which are many, this is the best one. Literally, of course, it's nowhere to be found on the website and only the travel minis are available. Why is it always like this? I love the Surratt one, but it's like $80 something, and I still feel like it's more of an eye makeup remover, not like an all over the face makeup remover. This is the one from Fluorosis, and they sent this to me, and they also sent me the little pods of them, the little ampules that you travel with, and I was like, this is so wasteful, this is so silly, and then I ended up traveling with them. One ampule will last you an entire like long weekend, like you barely need any of it. It comes in a little squirty thing. I will buy them again. They were so useful. I was like, I freaking stand corrected. It's such a useful way to have it. And like, I will repurchase this when it's done. And it comes with this beautiful flower on it that you can't use it while it's on there, but it's like velvet and really pretty. Fluorosis, they don't do anything ugly. And my face cleanser has just been this lately because it is the most chill, nothing cleanser I have ever used. Like, do I like the PREQUEL cleanser? Yes. Do I like my Allies of Skin really like glycerin heavy cleanser? Yes. But like, this is so fast. I'm so impatient. This is the Tower 28 SOS Daily Balancing Gel Cleanser. I mean, this stuff is so thin. And it goes on, it does its job, and it rinses off so fast. It rinses off as fast as like baby shampoo, you know? There's something about the glycerin ones where I'm like, yes, I understand that this is not disturbing my moisture barrier, but good God, could you give me a sign that you're working? I have really hard water. It should wash right off, but it doesn't. I don't know. It's just little things like that. Plus, I mean, good Lord, you get an absolute metric butt ton of it. So yeah, I love this stuff. It's great. It's just like, exactly what I want and nothing more, which is honestly for it to just be fast and effective. That's it. All right, so we've been talking about this quite a bit lately, both on my Instagram and in recent videos. I have not been using any other actives like retinoids or anything. I have a lot of pigmentation, but I'm just living with it because the red light therapy does help, and this active that I've been using helps. I just want to preserve this really nice balance that my skin has right now as well as I possibly can. When it starts getting humid, okay, fine, we're being extra careful right now. This is the one. I've been coveting this for so long, and when I finally got it in my hands, we always talk about this. When expectations are like this, uh-oh, there's a long way to fall if it's not good, you know? Well, thank goodness. It was even better than I expected it to be. This is the Multi-Peptides and Growth Factor Advanced Lifting Serum from Allies of Skin. Oh my gosh. No irritation, no peel, no purge, no drying, just anti-aging, lifting, brightening. I don't understand it. And you know what? Those are my favorite kind of products. So when somebody smarter than me put a bunch of stuff together and they're just like, watch it do its thing. And I'm like, well, I'll be dipped. It sure does do its thing. It's something that like you notice the improvement so quickly with because you wake up and your skin is just so like firm and bright that you're like, oh, yeah, no, I'm gonna put that on in the morning. Will you let me put it on in the morning? Like I wanna use this as much as possible. So I have a code with Allies of Skin. Yes, I do. This is not included in the sale that's happening right now or any sales ever because it's always sold out, but my code still works on it. So I think my code is just Kackie. You'll be happy to know that my moisture situation after that is a lot more affordable. So it's these two things, okay? RHODE is never to be discounted on these products. Like the Barrier Restore Cream, yay, we love barrier restoration, and it does. There's something about this that's really cool because like you put it on, especially when I have other things on already, like my First Aid Beauty and then that serum, this kind of like starts out, you're like, oh, there's not much to that. And then it starts to lock and you're like, ooh, you know? Like on my hand, it takes a little bit longer, but when it's on top of other products, it starts just kind of, the gel kind of starts to lock and you feel it like go, oh, okay, that is going to help my moisture barrier. It feels like a protective layer, not occlusive, but it feels like a protective layer. And all of her stuff looks like that on the skin where it's just like, all of a sudden everything is shiny and gorgeous. And this this is the one. This is the Glazing milk, y'all. First of all, again, metric butt ton of product for your money. And then like, are you freaking kidding me? This stuff is so pretty. It's so pretty. And you can't argue with the fact that if you go to bed looking like this and you wake up looking like this, that's a success, okay? That's what I wanted. You might be like, oh, it's smoke and mirrors. It just looks like that. It's like, if it looks like that and it feels like that, it walks like a duck, it quacks like a duck. I mean, it must be doing the right things. There's something incredible about this stuff, and I have backups on backups of it, and it's not very expensive. They're all like, I think you can get the whole set of 3 for $100, and I only use those 2. The other one is fine, but like I don't really notice a difference with that one. So these 2 are absolutely incredible, and that's what I typically use on, like, that's my whole encapsulation of like my, you know, moisture mainstay core evening routine. But I want to talk about the things that I add in as things get a little more serious in terms of cold dry, because I'm in New Jersey and my God, it's a nightmare for my skin, my Floridian skin. And so we're back to, y'all know I hate it. I hate that I buy this. Nobody's sending me this for free. This is the SkinCeuticals Triple Lipid Restore 242. I am in disbelief. They raised the price again. When I started buying this, I think it was $125. And then it went to $130, then to $135. Then it leapt to $150, like overnight. And they have the audacity to keep driving it up in price. Like, this is just gouging at this point. This is if nothing else works. Okay, I don't want to tell you to spend a fortune on your skincare routine, but nothing else works. I've tried the Skin Fix, I've tried the Drunk Elephant, I've tried the Naturium, I have tried, oh my gosh, I've tried everything, okay? Because I don't want to pay $150 a jar for lotion. Fortunately, because of all of those other things, I don't use as much as I used to. It's just kind of like a thin layer, but this is one of those products that just makes your skin not look like it's winter. It pisses me off. I hate that I have to talk about it, but it's like it is such a good product and it really does the trick. So Triple Lipid Restore 242, SkinCeuticals, you know, only do it if we're talking about an emergency situation. And this right here, this lasts me for so long, and I've been using it for so many years. I think I've been using it since practically since I started my channel. This is this little indie brand out in California, Lab, and they do some beautiful things. So this is their original renewal face oil, and it's just a combination of a bunch of really beautiful, like, floral oils and things like that, and it just makes my skin glow in this beautiful way. And then it also is occlusive and it is really hydrating, makes my skin look younger, both like cosmetically and over time. And I also have a code for this. I think I have 20% off in my description, but I will double check. She has also come out with a few other things recently. The body oil is back in stock and it smells deliciously of like cedar. It's absurd. I combine it with the Osea like body oil and it makes this like woody orange smell. Oh my God, it's off the charts. It's ridiculous. Anyway, Lab, big fan. This oil has been a mainstay forever in my routine and it continues to be. You can't really like talk about sprays and be like, wow, this is like game changing, but they're like bonuses, right? Like I love the Caudalie one. I carry that one with me, but in the evenings, these are the ones that I see an actual difference from. Most of the sprays are just like, that's a nice feel good moment, but like these I actually see a difference from. This is the Allies of Skin Molecular Saviour Probiotics Treatment Mist. So it's got 5% niacinamide, silver and glutathione, mango and acai extract, probiotics, ergothioneine, and anti-evaporation complex. So like you've got true skincare in this that's like brightening and hydrating and anti-aging because it's got the antioxidants in it and stuff. And don't use a ton of it because I was using a ton of it and I just burned through it. You don't need to. I was just like enjoying the experience of spraying something on my face too much, and like you don't need to use an absolute crap ton every single time. Just like 1 or 2 spritzes is fine. And then this is Lab's, I want to say, most recent product. This is their hyaluronic face mist, their rose hyaluronic face mist. First of all, is she not gorgeous? Good grief. But also, it's a pleasure, it's a treat, it's a luxury, and it's a hyaluronic acid face mist. It's just like, you smell the rose, you feel the hydration, you see the glow. It's beautiful and luxurious. Like I said, they only make a few products and they don't F around, okay? They only make exquisite things, and this is exquisite. And y'all know I have cabinets and cabinets and cabinets full of actual products. Like, I test so many things. Those are what rise to the top, okay, as like essentials, because I don't want a 30-step routine in the evening. I am not out here one of those TikTok people who like has to peel themselves in the morning because they have so many things holding their chin together and holding their eyelids shut and taping their mouth closed and whatever. I don't want that. I just want to live my life. You know what I mean? Like, I have a kid. I do not want this like crazy long, by the time, you just don't want to be there all day. I hate moisturizing my body because it takes so long. It's just such a drag. Like, all of those things are so annoying. I want it to be quick. So that's why it is such an efficient routine. I feel like I am coming at it from the angle that just about anybody would be. That's just like, can we get it done in as few products as possible to get the job done? Yes. Now, transparency on what I get done maintenance-wise. This is another TikTok thing where it's just like, if you pay for maintenance, then you're always hot. You know what I mean? Like, you don't ever have to like get ready because you're always ready. Call it whatever you want. I get Botox, okay? I get Botox in my forehead. I started doing it right before my wedding back in 2018. And I always got it like just from here up because I am cursed with like this accordion forehead. I got my dad's like accordion forehead. It's like I raise my eyebrows when I don't have Botox and it's like, you know, and I like, even as it starts kind of bending like a few times, I'm like, she knows too much. And I like, you know, run straight to my injection specialist person. But over the years now, 7 years later, I've started getting a little bit just in my crow's feet too to keep this nice and flat. And that's it. It's still expensive. I get it done about every like 3 to 4 months. I'm not gonna say that like, oh yeah, and it's like an investment. No, it wears off way too fast and it's annoying, but I like having a shiny forehead. So it is what it is. I just wanna give y'all full transparency. I also have lip filler. I haven't had it done since 2021 when I moved to New Jersey. I had it basically because, I mean, obviously cosmetic reasons, but I got all of my teeth crowned. Every last and final one of them. The first 4 right here are veneers. The rest are completely crowned all the way around. My teeth were awful. Like, they didn't look that bad, but they were so like brittle. I was just born with bad teeth and then I was not nice to them. And they were just not going to last another 60, 70 years, okay? It was bringing me a ton of anxiety. And so I just bit the bullet, so to speak, and, you know, paid a fortune to, and my cosmetic dentist is always listed at the bottom of my videos if y'all are ever interested. It was the best money that I have ever spent. Like, I'm just so glad that I did it because I'm just so confident about my teeth now. I know that, like, you know, they're just gonna be there and that's great. You know what I mean? They're the most like final expensive kind of veneers you can get. Like, again, they're crowned. They're not veneered. It's not something that I have to like pop off and replace in 10 years or something. Like, they're my teeth now. That happened, and as you can see, like, you know, my teeth are bigger now. You probably don't know that, but they're bigger now than they were. And so my top lip kind of disappeared and I was like, uh-oh. Like, it kind of threw my face out of proportion. And so I was like, okay, maybe I'll just like get a little bit of lip filler. And I did. And I was like, oh, that's nice. And it wasn't like addictive. Like, my dermatologist was like, you're gonna be back, because everybody likes the way they look when they're swollen, and then when they go down, they're disappointed, and then they come back for another syringe. I didn't. I was like, no, I'm satisfied with that. That's fine. And so it's just been like a maintenance thing for me. I have, the second time I think I got it done, it was like it hadn't completely worn off. And so they got bigger, you know? And I was like, oh, I don't really mind that. That's kind of nice, you know? And then I was pregnant and all that stuff. And so like, I've gotten it done one time since I was pregnant, at least 3 years ago that I got them done. And I just am one of those lucky people where my body just does not, it metabolizes Botox really fast, but it doesn't metabolize filler very quickly. I get Volbella, which is the most subtle of all of the Juvederms. That's the one. It's just a hyaluronic acid filler. The lowest profile and the longest lasting. So it's not gonna, you know, ever look like, you know, you would have to pay a fortune for that. So it's about $800 to have it done. But it's, you know, again, that was 3 years ago. I'm just very happy with them. I'm still happy with them. I don't feel like they're shrinking. They make me happy. And I feel like it kind of like put my face in proportion. The teeth opened my jaw up and also like made my nose look smaller by comparison. And then the lips just also did the same thing. Like it was just like they put them in proportion with my teeth. And then also it made everything else look a little bit more balanced. So that was my little mini glow up for myself when I was like 30, you know. I was just like, God, Venus is retrograde and Venus is about to be retrograde again. Oh no. But then the other thing that I will occasionally get done is a VI peel. I don't get just like regular chemical peels. I find them to be drying for no reason. If I'm gonna get a peel, girl, it's gonna peel. I want it to like sink in and peel everything off. But recently I have been looking into lasers also, but I have not done that for myself yet. But the VI peel is very, very awesome if you can find it in your area. I highly recommend it. I think that it is worth the money. It is incredibly effective, and it's like a hard restart if my skin starts like getting really broken out from acne and stuff, because they have different ones. There's like an anti-aging one, and then there's like an acne one and stuff like that. And so they can kind of cater it for you. And the last time I got the acne one, and it was just a miracle. Like it really gave me a fresh start so that I could like take better care of my skin. So I've been very lucky that I have found practitioners who do such a good job and are so reliable. You know, I feel like all the people that I've gone to have been, I mean, they've all been doctors for one thing, or like doctors' offices, you know, estheticians at a doctor's office. And I feel like that has always reflected in very natural results for me. And I wanted to make sure that y'all knew that. Doesn't mean that y'all need to go do that, but again, transparency. I don't want y'all to think that like skin serums are making my face do every single thing that it does. So, any hoodles. That is all. I hope that y'all liked this. If you did, please do give the video a thumbs up. If you have not already, I absolutely recommend checking out Current Body. They are awesome, okay? Everything that I've ever gotten from them has been incredible, and their in-house brand, their Current Body brand, is some of the most reliable, effective, incredible light therapy that you can get for your money, and you can also get 20% off with my code. Click the link down below. You can check out everything that you can get a discount on for Black Friday and get your shopping out of the way early on stuff that people are going to absolutely love. So thank you for watching. I'll put a video up here that I think you'll enjoy if you liked this one. Let me know down below your skincare experiences. What are you swearing by at the moment? What made the biggest difference for you? Either a product or a procedure, whatever. Let me know. Let other people know. What, you know, what's your glow up story? What's your miracle? And thank y'all for watching. I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.